Hey guys, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website called Apical Ecommerce, okay? Maybe you stumbled upon Apical Ecommerce. Maybe you were looking at their Instagram or one of their social media websites and it looked pretty interesting and you're wondering, can you really make $30,000 to $150,000 in profit every single month with this particular Amazon white labeling service? Okay, so we're going to take a look at it. Let's have a look at the program and see whether this is a right fit for you to make money on the internet on the side. And anytime if you want, I can share with you my $5,000 to $10,000 per month strategy just by clicking the link below. I'll send that to your email if you want, completely up to you. Okay, so let's get back to the review. Apical Ecommerce. All right, so this is a really interesting opportunity, to be honest, right? These guys basically help you to build an Amazon FBA store white label without you having to actually do any of the work. So it's basically a complete full service. It's a done for you service. They will build you your store from start to finish, right? Which is really, really cool, okay? Now, the only thing about an opportunity like this, usually if they're gonna do start to finish, it's usually very expensive, right? Because they have to make a profit for themselves as a company, they have to pay all their staff, and they have to spend the money building your store, all right? Now, a normal Amazon store, if you were to build it yourself, would probably cost about $5,000 to $10,000. So they are obviously going to charge more than that, right? Because if you have to do that yourself, you'd probably have to pay a course for Amazon FBA, usually between $1,000 and $3,000 to learn the skill, and then to build your actual store, it'll be about $5,000 to $7,000 over a period of time. So you're gonna need at least 10K. So these guys are probably charging more than 10K for this actual program. But if you have the money for it, here's what they cover, okay, which is pretty cool. So first of all, it's a great website, okay, very, very nice. There's some, proof from students right here, all right? The guys that own this business are Cody King and Seneca Hampton, all right? And they've got a big team behind it. They were even featured on Shark Tank. Seneca Hampton was on Shark Tank, right? Now, the important thing to understand is what are they actually going to do for you, okay? So first of all, if you decide to go with them, they will do a full product analysis, a competitor analysis, and a success analysis. Then they would take a look at suppliers, where they're going to order the products from, what's the minimum amount they're going to order for you, and then they're going to put their staff behind your products, obviously, account managers, designers, copywriters, media buyers, they have it all on staff, and then they warehouse everything as well, logistics, automation, and all that stuff, right? So to build your own Amazon FBA store, it is a lot of work. Okay, it is a lot of work. First of all, you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn the branding. You have to learn what niche to go into. You have to learn where to get the suppliers and the products. You have to put everything together, which is going to take time. Then you're going to have to order your products, send it to, package it, brand it, label it, send it to Amazon, and then do all the advertising on Amazon to make sure that your product gets the top listings for people to find, and then Amazon will do all the shipping and handling for you, all right? There's obviously, advertising costs, the cost of buying your goods, branding it, all that stuff. It is actually a very, very tricky business to run. Now, there are people in the world that are very, very successful at building their own Amazon FBA store, right? And that's something that you have to learn, or you can use a company like Apical Ecommerce to do it all for you, okay? The only thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that when you have a company doing everything for you, it's not going to be cheap because they got to make a profit for themselves and they have to build your business, but and cover all the costs that we just spoke about, right? So this particular opportunity is really only for people that have a lot of money to spend but don't have the time to build an Amazon FBA store, right? So if you're someone who is strapped for cash, or you're looking for a way to make money online and you don't have that much income, or you have a little bit of income but you don't have, I would say upwards of $20,000, then I wouldn't even bother looking at Apical Ecommerce because you probably can't afford their services, okay? But if you can, and you're someone who's got a ton of money on the side but you're just looking for an online business to get started, well, this is their team. Okay, they've got 30 plus people here, and they literally do everything from start to finish. There's a 2-year guarantee, and you would basically book a call with them here, and you would go through the process of speaking to someone on their team. Okay, everything's done for you, and then you would go through the process of actually getting everything set up with them. Pretty cool if you have the budget to do it, right? And if you want to get into Amazon FBA, but you don't want to learn and you don't want to get your hands dirty or do it yourself, right? This is for people that really have just a bunch of money on the side and they're too busy and they just want to get into the online space and perhaps own an Amazon store. Pretty cool if you have the budget for it, right? So these are the things that you need. You need capital, right? That's the first thing that they say. That's what I mentioned earlier. You need to be able to invest into inventory costs, right? Actually buying the products, this, you know, the stuff that you're going to sell people on Amazon. And obviously you need a positive attitude to actually, you know, and this takes time to grow. Even though they're making some pretty big guarantees, you know, it does still take a while for you to grow an Amazon business, even with an experienced team behind it. Okay, so here's what I would say. I would say that this opportunity is not for the majority of people. I would say that 99.9% of people that watch this video probably can't do this. So they will basically reveal their price point on the discovery call. Once you actually get on the call with them, they want to find out if you're the right person, whether you have the right goals, and whether you have the right budget to afford their services. I reckon that this is roughly about $20,000 because they pay their affiliates $5,000 per sale. Okay, so this is at least a $15,000 to $20,000 investment for you as a customer if you want to hire Apical to build your Amazon FBA store from scratch. Okay, so I would say that if you don't have at least $15,000 to $20,000 that you can just give away to these guys to invest in your own white label Amazon store, don't even bother looking at their services because you probably can't afford it. Okay, which is okay. You know, again, this is not for everybody. This is for some pretty big hitters, people that, you know, either have a lot of money on the side or they've been doing online marketing for a while and they've got the income to spare, and they would just give it to these guys and let them build the store, which is pretty cool. You know, white label done for you services are cool if you can afford them and if you are using a team that actually knows what they're doing. Right? I've worked with some of these types of people before, and you know, some are good and some are bad, right? So these guys look like they know what they're doing, but again, very, very few people will be able to afford their actual service. All right, so that's kind of my review of Apical e-commerce right there. Really good for people that have the budget. If you don't have the budget, may not necessarily be for you. All right, but if you're here watching this video right now, perhaps you're not necessarily looking to build an Amazon FBA store, or you're not necessarily even looking for a done-for-you service. You're just looking for a way to generate income online, right? And look, there are a lot of different ways to make money online. You could build an Amazon FBA store yourself. So if you didn't have, you know, $15,000 or $20,000, but you had a couple of $1,000s, you could potentially buy a course and then learn how to do it. But you still need a bit of budget to build the store, $5,000 to $10,000. So maybe you don't even have that, right? But there are a lot of other ways to generate income online. Now, I've tried a lot of different strategies: drop shipping, you know, MLM, affiliate marketing, selling t-shirts on Facebook. I've tried all sorts of different types of strategies online, building YouTube automation shops, and for me, there is only one strategy that I still think till today, after being online for more than a decade, is the easiest and most affordable way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, just using the computer and an internet connection, right? And if you would like to find out what that strategy is, I'm happy to send that to you for free. All you need to do is just click on the link below this video in the description box or the comment section, enter your email address, check your spam folder because sometimes email ends up in spam, and I'll send you that strategy directly to your email. I hope you enjoyed this review of Apical e-commerce. Take care, all the best to you, and hope to see you in another review video. Take care.